Holy cow, it is here. Winter has arrived on the homestead, and I don't think we're ever quite ready for it. I still got a lot of things to do, but today is about getting chains on my four-wheeler so we can get around with that, because it's almost useless without chains, and also getting my my blade on my skid steer so I can plow snow. So we're about to get into it. We're gonna drive the four-wheeler up to the shop. It's gonna be a little bit crazy because it doesn't get around super good. We're gonna put some chains on that bad boy. Let's do it. You wanna hear my joke? Here's my joke. Everything is easier in the winter. That's it. It's funny, not funny. It's actually kind of still getting around okay, but I need to get it to the shop anyways because it's supposed to warm up a little bit, I think, over the next few days. And that means that a lot of this snow is going to turn into ice. So I want to get the chains on this thing before that happens. So I'm going to drive it up to the shop now. I'm also going to get out my snow machines because we do need to be able to get around on the homestead, go check on cows at the beach, kind of see how everybody's doing, how all the various creatures that live with us on the homestead are surviving this part of the winter. My shop is actually like about a mile away from my house. So the commute can be a little bit annoying. It can also be super fun. Like today I'm having fun. They've got the roads plowed. So these are the actual like county roads now. Look at this. Yeah, so those are the county roads. That's what people are driving around, going to work, going everywhere they need to go to today. That's what you have to be able to deal with in the winter of Alaska. A lot of places, there's a snow day, it can snow 1-2 inches, it'll shut down the whole city, right? Alaska, well, it's Alaska after all, and they're not shutting it down because it snowed 6 inches. You just have to learn how to deal with it. And buy good tires. That is the most important detail that a lot of people overlook. They think, oh, my tires are good enough. That's a bunch of BS. I buy the best tires that I can afford, which are studded, most badass tires out there. Because I figure there's no better insurance policy I can put on my family, my vehicle, than the best tires I can get. So, made it to the shop. Now it's time to start putting things together here. Chains on this thing. That's what we're gonna do. Okie doke. Here we are at the shop. I have a broken excavator in here. It's my old excavator. It's not actually so broken. I'm just doing a little bit of work to the injector pump on the diesel engine. So that's why it's in here. And doggone it, I lost a spring out of the injector pump. It went boing, which is like, right? It's horrible. They call those Jesus springs because when you lose it, you're like, oh Jesus, where am I gonna find that again? Probably not. So I had to order a new one. Believe it or not, next day air it to Alaska, which isn't really next day air. It's like 2 or 3 day air because it's Alaska after all. I was telling Finley last night that we live at like literally the end of the road. The end of the road, which is like, we live in the furthest west you can drive in North America on the road system, which is, you know, so you cannot expect to get things overnight when you live at the end of the road. But anyway, so even overnighting a spring, it's about this big. You know, the spring probably cost a couple dollars, but I'm overnighting it here because I got to get this machine back to work. It's probably going to cost like $60 or something just in the shipping, which is kind of ridiculous. But, you know, it's got me down for days now, and that is losing me money. So order the dang spring as fast as you can. But there's just enough room in here, I think, to pull my four-wheeler in and chain it up. So that's what we're going to do. My joke about everything in the winter being easier, I think is kind of funny because it's not just like, well, that everything is so infinitely much harder, you know. Your vehicles don't want to start. Things freeze to the ground, you know, you can't pick things up. All of the things that you think you're gonna need gets covered by snow and then you can't find them, which means you got to spend more time searching for them. The gear you need just to move around, you know, you put on all this extra gear, it weighs you down, it makes it heavier, you know, it saps your energy. And then there's always the cost and the expense too of having to get the good gear, you know, the boots, getting good boots that will keep your feet warm all winter long. I mean, they are expensive. The jackets, the snow pants, even if you get like kind of lower quality hand-me-down stuff, it's not gonna last as long. So anyways, I mean, the list goes on and on and on and on about how much harder it is in the wintertime just to do the most basic of things, but it's kind of the price we pay for having not so many people around, right? All those other people that don't want to deal with that type of thing, they're not here. Great. That keeps more wild spaces for the folks that do want to put up with it, like me. And it's also fun. It's adventure. At least for a little while, and then it gets old, especially like the snow plowing day after day after day after day. You know, the first time it's fun, the second time it's kind of fun, the third time it's kind of like, okay. And then after that, it's like a long slog till spring, and you're very, very thankful for when you don't have to plow snow in the wintertime anymore. But again, the prices that we pay for seclusion. All right, let's go get chains. Hey, don't judge me, my shop's a mess, I know. So I've got a few sets of ATV chains, tire chains. I'm gonna actually give a pair to my cousin Nico's because he needs a pair. He just got a four-wheeler and he needs a pair of chains. You got that one. That looks like a good one. That one. They're different sizes depending on if you're doing the front tires or the back tires. I think these are both the same. Yeah, I don't know if they're back just until I look at the others. Here's another one. So they're different width and they're a little bit longer. That to me looks like a back tire chain. Okay, so those two are probably fronts. These ones are a little wider and a little bit longer. And one more here, I think this is the other one that matches that. Yeah, okay, that is 4 tire chains for me. And then, let's see, these ones are for Nico's, I think. Oh, those actually might be those are my tractor tire chains. I might have lied to Nikos. Those came off of our little tractor. I told Nikos I had another set of tire chains, but I kind of don't think I do. He's going to be bummed. When Discovery was here, they kind of left tire chains all over the place, and we had a lot of extra sets, but they're not here anymore, and I don't know where the others are. My dad might have a few sets. I'll have to ask him. Okay, so I'm taking a little break from chains right now because I think these are not my chains. These are not the chains that I usually use. So I don't know where my chains are. They might be at my house, buried under snow or something. But right now, we're gonna go get a snow machine out. So let's go do that. Every good Alaskan has a Connex. If you don't have a Connex, you're not doing it right. This is a Connex, a shipping container. Here's what we got in here. It kind of transitions from the summertime toy box, which is full of snow machines. Then it turns into the wintertime toy box, which is full of bicycles and motorcycles and things. Ugh. Hopefully this sucker starts. Woo. In the back of my toy box is my most prized toy, which is my 1986 Subaru Brat. Ow! Probably the finest vehicle ever made by a man and woman. I'm assuming men and women both worked on it to build them. But anyways, this is not just any Subaru Brat. And so it's just sat back here, and the only thing wrong with it is it has one of the rear CV axles is twisted, and so I keep meaning to get it out and fix that, which I probably am going to do this winter because I want to use it again because it's such a cool car. Anyways, so that sits in the back of my toy box. Now we're going to get this other snow machine out. So, there's always a little bit of a drag getting this snow machine out because this one doesn't have reverse, so we just use Eivin power. This is a 94 Ski-Doo Tundra. That's a 2022 Ski-Doo Tundra. Both Ski-Doos, both Tundras, earlier generation. This is an awesome snow machine. These are one of the best snow machines out there. It's light, adults can ride it, 2 people can ride it. Smaller engine, you're not going to go anywhere very fast. They float on top of the snow really good. These are one of the greatest snow machines ever built. Of course, people want more power. They've gotten bigger, and there's some benefits to that. You know, this thing's not going to climb steep hills in deep snow like my other one will, but this one will go almost everywhere you need it to go, except up mountains, which realistically, not a lot of people need to go up mountains. See how she starts. Key, 3 pumps on the primer. Not pumping any fuel yet. I don't know if there's any gas in here. Oh yeah, there's gas in here. Try an old trick I learned from my dad. Blow into the tank. That did it. I pushed some fuel up to the primer. Alright, should have fuel now. Come on, man. Ooh, it popped. That's what's nice about newer machines too. They have electric starters. Holy smokes. That wears a guy out. I think it's flooded. Sometimes you can get two-stroke engines to start by holding the throttle wide open and then pulling the pull cord. But I kind of tried that and that didn't work. See if I can tie it open with a piece of grass. Let's go around and around here a little bit with a piece of grass. See if we can't tie it and hold it open. That way I can use two hands to try to start it. Pop it! We got it going. Now to get it cleaned out, you gotta ride the heck out of them. Ready? Here we go. Full speed, full throttle. Gotta burn out all the old oil. Woo! Thing's good to go, just like that. That's how you do it. If you ever have a flooded two-stroke, hold the throttle all the way open, wide open, and have somebody pull it, kick it, whatever you're doing, just pull the heck out of it. It allows enough air to go through the cylinder to take out all the excess fuel, start to dry out the spark plug, and then you should be able to get it to go. Since this thing hadn't run in so long, as soon as you get them running though, you need to run them wide open, two-stroke engines. Wide open, whether it's a chainsaw or a snow machine, or I don't know, other two-stroke things. Run them wide open, and that burns out all that excess oil and carbon that's kind of dried out in the cylinder over the course of time. So it's a really good way. Clean it out, run it wide open for, doesn't take long, just enough so it sounds good and it can run wide open. You can let off on the throttle, it comes down to idle, and then spins right back up to full speed again. So did that. Two machines ready to go. So we're ready for a little bit more winter. Now I think it's time to get the skid steer, snow plow set up, and start doing a little bit of snow plowing. All right, so now I'm gonna hook up the skid steer to my snow plow. Right here, snow plow, skid steer. I already got this shoveled off a bit. Snow is funny that it's just water, but it's also ice, which is, I guess it's ice. It's not water, it's ice. But if you don't, it'll take up room and make it so you can't actually do something with it if you got to get the snow out of there. Ugh. All right. I actually built this snow plow. Well, I built a skid steer attachment. I took a normal truck plow and I mounted it so it would go on my skid steer. I'm pretty proud of it. It's pretty cool. All right, let's see if it all works. Auxiliary hydros. Yeah, there we go. Oh. There we go. Okay. So we got one wing working, the other wing working. Okay. I think we're ready to plow snow. You skied here.
I skied here.
Did you have to walk up the hill with your skis though?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Cool. I'm glad you skied here. Look at you. You got your goggles on. Did you have a nice walk?
It was great.
I tried plowing. Look how much gravel I just shoved into the ditch.
I know.
I don't really want to plow. It's really hard on my plow for one.
Yeah.
And it also literally, like I tore up a bunch of fabric over there.
Oh, bummer.
Yeah. It's literally like, the road is softer now than when it is in the summer.
That part of the road going up from our driveway towards your dad's, it's just a mess.
Yeah.
Underneath,
oh,
a mess.
It's
all
greasy. There's no gravel there, so it's just like, it's just dirt. And
anyway,
so it's just
I couldn't make
greasy.
it up that.
But you made it up Dutch ditch just by rallying, kind of. As
Rallying.
much as the band would let you.
It makes me so mad.
I know.
I'm like, no, do not drive
New
this
cars,
car.
they've got traction control, which takes away your ability to rally. Sometimes in deep snow, you need to be able to punch the gas, spin all 4 tires, and go.
Yeah.
But the car's like, oh no, that's not safe. We're going to take that power away from you.
It's very frustrating.
It's a man trying to keep me down.
Like,
Right there.
anyway, but yeah, I got the kids up to Olga's. Now I'm going to go. Well, the chains are at the
House.
house.
Maybe we'll take a snow machine there and go get them.
And go get them.
I'll go with you actually because I
Okay.
want to go and you can just follow me.
Yeah, you're going to get the,
Chains. Maybe we should tow the big sled with us.
okay.
She's doing a great job. Look at her go. You got it. Oh, made it back to the shop. Just got here and I've got another set of chains. So hopefully that's all we need. All right, I'm back at my shop. I got the chains. And so that's one of the ones I got from the shop there, or at the house. Here's another one. Here's one of the other ones, and I think I'm gonna lay these out side by side because I think that what I put on the front of my four-wheeler is actually my back chains. We're gonna compare these two. And see which one might be longer or bigger. They're actually, look at that, they're pretty much the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 crossbars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait, no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That one has 10 crossbars. It's a little bit longer. And it looks to me like it's a little bit wider too, right here, than that one. So I think that this is a rear tire chain. This is a front tire chain. So I think the chain that I put on the front of my four-wheeler is a rear. That's why it felt a little bit big. As for the other ones that I have, they're like way too big. So that's kind of good news. So I'm gonna put this one on the other front tire of the four-wheeler. Okay, so but before that, I want to show you guys, this is another front tire chain. So I want to show you guys something that is kind of important with tire chains. First of all, I've got a rope all tangled up, so you're gonna untangle this. So to make sure that you put tire chains on correctly, you actually got to lay them out. Pretty much every time, whether it's a car, truck, whatever. In order to get them to go on the vehicle, you got to kind of lay them out and pull them like this and make sure that everything is lined up correctly. And I'll show you why here in a second. So I'm betting this one is actually not too bad. This one is correct. Sometimes you can have it where, I'm gonna mess this one up, it gets twisted through like one section like that, and you can lay it out still and get it all flat. And you think it's good, but I just put a twist in this chain. And you start trying to lay it out and you end up where you can't pull these side rails tight. You end up with this going on right here, this going on right here. It's kind of subtle where you can't straighten this chain out. And that might seem like a small thing. But so this is the top of the chain. For one, it's got all these little V-bars. All these little V-bars right here. And so this side is what's gonna hit the road. The other side is smooth and that's what's gonna sit against your tire. And you start getting these on here and it puts a twist in the chain that kind of causes it to start to wear out right there. And it also makes it so it doesn't fit good on the tire, especially if you get a couple of those going on. So when tire chains are stored in a bag, they're kind of all crumpled up, and maybe this happens a few times where they get twists in them like that. You know, and so now I've put 2 twists in it, and see, you try to straighten it out and look at it now. Now it's all kind of twisted up and you can't get it to straighten out, and all these links get all zigzaggy and they won't lay nice and flat. See that? Right here, they're all zigzaggy. They're all screwed up. And so that's where you really have to lay the tire chain out, and you have to go, okay, well then this one needs to untangle. So it needs to go that way. And so by doing that, I can see that I need to roll this whole section through there and lay it back out flat. Now I look at it again and I go, okay, now we're nice and straight, but we still have a wrinkle there. And so what are we gonna have to do? Oh, we're gonna have to take this, kind of the chain wants to roll like that again to lay flat. So again, I need to pull all of this through this section and then take it and lay it out flat again. Yep, and I need to do that again, right there. They totally get all twisted up. Now I can pull them straight, pull it straight, lay everything out nice and flat. And I'll tell you what, this sucks to have to do it alongside your road if you're already stuck. So it's a lot easier to do it now. So there we go. That chain is ready to go on the tire now. So now if I just carefully set it, I can see right here, this is one of my hooks. This needs to go on the outside of the tire. This needs to go on the inside of the tire. This is just the hook. This is the actual clasp. And so if I pick this up carefully now, I'm gonna pick it up like this, and I'm gonna go I'm gonna carry this over to my chain, and then I can set it on top of the wheel. So now because I picked that up carefully, I can just take it, and I'm gonna set it over the wheel. Look at that. See that? Sweet. And my clasp is on the outside. I take that and put it underneath the wheel. Make sure those chains are kind of evenly spaced out. Everything's sitting good and tight. Roll this thing forward. Got this little hook back here. Now I'm gonna grab the other chain and I'm gonna hook it on. Hook one on, get it all hooked back here. Okay, got it. Bingo. And I actually think I hooked it too tight. I gotta loosen it off just a little bit. You hook it too tight back there, you can't get your chains to lay quite how you want them to. You see that? That's pretty good, but I think I still, let's see, maybe if I roll it back and forth a little bit, be able to get it kind of more where I want it. Oh yeah, these are definitely front tire chains. I'm gonna actually slack it off one more link even. Okay. Look at that. Now, I'm gonna take this guy and go, get it kind of stretched as tight as I can. So it's gonna be latched like that. Which one of these am I gonna be able to get? Yeah, I can get to that one. There we go. I can take the extra links here and stick another one on there too, because it helps keep it out of the way. There we go. That's one tire chain. Now I'm going to tie that on with rope. This is how we tie chains on our plow trucks, because we don't really take them off when we're plowing the neighborhood. Look at that. Sweet, that chain's not going anywhere. Now I'm just gonna do the other 4 chains kind of just like that, and we should be done. And we're done. All right, let's go outside and see how this thing eats. That pretty much took up a whole day. Doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that to feed the horses this morning. All right, that took pretty much up a whole afternoon. Getting the snow machines out, getting this thing chained up, plowing some, doing some snow plowing. Anyways, so first snowy day on a homestead has been a great success. I've gotten a lot done and a lot taken care of that I hadn't gotten to yet. So we are here, winter has arrived. Lots more content coming out. I hope you guys like this episode. Make sure to hit the subscribe button. As they say, smash it. Hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the bell icon, do all the things. Really like making content, and until the next one. We may not have done it the right way, didn't do it the wrong way. I did it the Kilcher way. We're just chaining this thing down 100% so it's solid and don't got to worry about that till springtime. So until the next one, we will see you again.